Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, where we talk about audio gear in all of its glory. Today's glory happens to be two 780s that are exactly the same but exactly different. Let me explain. Let's get into it.
This video's sponsor is Andy's Audio Crap on eBay, where you'll find used parts, new old stock, kits, and occasionally gear. Thanks for your support.
This Pioneer 780 has actually had its STKs replaced with a kit, and that kit is available on eBay and through several other private channels. You can find them. You can either buy them assembled or you can buy them, to assemble yourself in kit form. I bought the kit assuming that I was going to be doing the work, and I didn't end up doing the work. I ended up having a guy do it for me, and unfortunately I should have just bought the assembled ones because it cost me the same amount, and I would have got it back faster had I bought the assembled ones. Additionally, the assembled ones come with instructions on exactly how to put them in. So do the unassembled, the kit form. But it's just a quick procedure. You should be able to do it yourself. And then I also had the kit for the entirety of everything else except for the AM/FM board. And so we've got all new WEMA, all new Nichicon, all new Onsemi. So all those really good brands are now in this thing. So this thing is completely upgraded. It's run for, I would say, about 12 hours now, maybe more than that. And she sounds absolutely beautiful. Now, when I got this one in, I was like, I'm going to use some of my spare STKs because I keep my own stockpile of original STKs, and put working STKs in it, and also recap it with the exact same kit. So these are both exactly the same with the exception of the STKs. The STKs that you can buy on the market today, if you can find used ones that are working, that test to spec, then that's probably what I would prefer to go with. That's my own personal opinion. If you want to try the Chinese import eBay special STKs, from what I've read, they're hit or miss. And if you find somebody that's selling like the first gen of those things, they don't last, and you end up back in getting a new set put in. You can't really push them too hard. There's some quality control issues with them, but from looking at some more recent blogs, I'm seeing a change. So there must be like a Gen 2 where there's a little bit more quality control, and now the Gen 2s are good replacements. What I've heard, what I've read is that they sound very similar to the originals, whereas this, with the kit, I would say it doesn't. It sounds Pioneer, but it sounds more like the prior era of Pioneers, where you had a circuit set out that wasn't compact in an STK. I'll put a picture of those, the STKs versus the kit up right now. So you'll see on the STK, it's actually a laid out, or it's a little box, whereas the kit is essentially it's a circuit. And not that the STK isn't a circuit, but it's just an all-in-one circuit. And if one part fails, like a resistor or the transistor in there, you got to replace the whole thing. Whereas now with the kit, if one of those goes bad, I can open it. I can just do a real quick swap with a $5 part. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the sound difference. I would say this one, it has far more punch. It's far more lively, and it does have more power as well. I just, cranking the volume to the same volume on the same speakers, this one is louder. This one's pushing more through, and it has far more. This has almost like a mid-70s Pioneer punch to it. And it's really hard to describe other than like giving you an example. The bass line in take 5 is far more pronounced with this one. And this one, it compared to this one, it's subdued, right? With the, and not that that's bad. I mean, this is the later 70s sound from Pioneer, early 80s, I guess would be the time range that they use these STKs. I don't have a preference as far as how I like my Pioneers to sound. Now, if I was a Pioneer like enthusiast, you know, I might complain that, you know, hey, you've changed it, you've done everything. But in looking at the original STK specs and then looking at the specs of this, I'd tell you they're the same. The issue is that, you know, this was built at a different time than the circuitry in here, so maybe that's it. All really good quality parts, but they're basically electronically, schematically the same. But I will say that this one has got a more pronounced bass line. So anyways, going back to take 5, which is kind of I love that song. It has highs, mids, lows, and it just has a good bass line to it that you can really judge your player with, your stereo, your receiver, whatever it is you're listening to. The bass line is so much easier to pick up on this. Exact same speakers again, the exact same volume. This one bigger sound. That's not good or that's not bad. It's just, what do you prefer? This one is far more maintainable now. This one, as time evolves or as time goes on and they get better at, you know, building the Darlington 50 STKs, it might be, you know, a non-issue. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you rather have it upgrade and far more maintainable for current time frame, or you like that STK? The STKs are getting hard to find. They're just getting downright hard to find. Okay, now it's time to do a sound check. I'm just going to run one of them, and then I'm going to run the next one, and then I'm going to blend and go back and forth. It's going to be about 1.5 minutes. When you listen to it, don't listen to it on your phone or a cheap set of headphones. Listen to it on a good stereo where you can turn the volume up so that you can actually hear the difference. If you're seriously consider doing this, this is a great opportunity for you to really examine, do you want to go down that route? And let's get into it. Oh, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get into it.